Hey, well, I'm back. I know it's been a little while, but there's a topic that I just had to share about because I'm pretty excited about how it's kind of starting out. Normally, when I make these videos, I share about an idea that I came up with that I've been putting into practice for at least a few months or even years. This is one that I just came up with this week, and I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but I'm so pumped about it, I wanted to make a video. And the idea is prescribed variety. So, I'm the kind of person who really likes to optimize things and plan things and do things in the most efficient manner possible, that sort of stuff. If you're watching these videos, you probably know what I'm talking about. And on the opposite side of the scale, you have people who are very spontaneous, and they make decisions where they don't really consider how the future version of themselves a week, a year, sometimes even 5 minutes from now is going to feel about it. They're just trying to do whatever feels good in the moment, right? And what I was thinking about is I just had my 3-year anniversary of semi-retirement, and I'll be honest, I've been in a bit of a slump for the past month. There's just been some issues with my job, and I don't know, I'm kind of getting I don't know if bored's the right word, but just feeling kind of aimless. I don't know what I want to do next. And I kind of realized something, which is the way my brain works is I tend to just overanalyze every single thing. I have a hard time doing anything without first trying to crunch the numbers and I'll give you a perfect example. So I was riding my bike home today. Mary and I rode up to work with her because I have the day off and it's really nice out here. And on the way home, there's this park that has some workout equipment. And I was like, you know what? That would be a fun random thing to do today. Just go hit that random workout equipment in the park. You're already here. It's a different thing from what you usually do. And then immediately, the efficiency part of my brain tried to override that and said, no, dude, you've got some mulch that you need to shovel at home. You should save your strength for that. Why would you waste it on this activity that doesn't earn you anything when you could do it on this other activity? The mulch thing is more efficient. You'll get exercise and your yard will be better. And I had to just punch my brain and be like, screw you. I don't care if it's optimized. I don't care what the opportunity cost is. I'm going to go I had a random idea of a thing that might be cool or might not. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to be spontaneous for once in my life. And, well, I did it, and I was glad that I did. So, basically, here's what I'm getting at. I think for some people, having some spontaneity in their life, planning a vacation that maybe ends up being kind of uncomfortable because they didn't have enough time to pack for it, or just whatever. Going to a restaurant where you have one dish you really like, but you order another one just to see if it's any good, and maybe it is and maybe it isn't. I've never been the kind of person who does that. I struggle with that. And for some people, it's effortless. They do it to a fault. But for me, my life tends to have almost no spontaneity when I'm in complete control. And I was thinking about how, this was never an issue for me until I semi-retired, because life already had variety in it automatically. The variety was prescribed for me. So, when you're a kid, you don't get to choose which restaurant you go to or a lot of the activities are chosen for you. When you're in school, even though personally I would have been thrilled if I could have just taken math all day long, they were like, no, dude, you need to go take a gym class or do something that isn't math. Screw you. Even in college, I remembered being frustrated by being forced to take other classes. And now that I have complete freedom to arrange my day any way I want to, I can literally do the same activity all day, all the time now, except for the 18 hours a week that I have to work. And I've got everything so streamlined that I realized, oh wow, my life has very little variety in it because I'm just constantly doing activities that are proven to be the most time cost effective for me or whatever. And I'm finding that like my brain is actually pretty unhappy with that. Like a world with no scarcity is actually one that the human brain is not very good at dealing with. So it's almost like I have to create some artificial, some prescribed variety and inefficiencies just to make my days more interesting, where they have stories. You know, when you're a kid, you don't ask yourself about the opportunity cost of going to a basketball court and spending 25 minutes playing a game of horse with your friend. You know, you don't measure, well, I don't know. I mean, do I have the kind of body that will eventually get really good at basketball, or is this a waste of time? Like, no, you just go do it. You just screw around, right? And some of you might be watching this video scratching your heads, where spontaneity is something that just comes naturally to you. But for me, it doesn't. So anyway, here's how my life is going to change, probably, is what I'm now going to do is I'm going to schedule variety into my life. I'm going to have days where I can't do things in the most efficient or comfortable way. Like for the past 4 years, I keep sacrificing variety for the sake of like comfort and predictability and that sort of thing. And it sounds like I've done that too much. So I'm going to try to change that. And who knows if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot for a few months and report back to you. Prescribed variety, here it comes.